Next up, Senior Rotax, the Formula Rotax Max Class 47 there, is Dean Parker. We are graced with the presence of Tristram Oman, the three-plate, third in this year's British Championship. But one man who will be looking to take a bit of revenge will be number 17. Lloyd Savage unceremoniously punted off at Super 1 when he was out front. I do believe it was Tristram Oman who did the honours. So Lloyd will be looking to repay the compliment by beating him on the track if he possibly can. So look out for that battle later in the day. We're off and running for Heat 1 then, and 42 sweeps into the lead. He is the pole man for this first race, Gary Foster. They all get through turn 1 safely, do they? They certainly don't. That's John Tinsley, 98, up the bank and back onto the track, but down to last place. The photographer getting a good shot there. 42 out front is the leader. That's Foster. 47 Dean Parker through to second place. There's 17. Back down mid-pack at the moment, Lloyd Savage. Don't expect him to be there for long. 93 up the inside of Parker. In fact, Parker loses 3 out of the left-hander there. 3 places and runs wide again. In fact, he's off the circuit. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. He's going round. He's taking a shortcut, a detour, Dean Parker. It's going to cost him places, though. 93 through to second place. That's Lee Taylor. Then comes Oman, number 3. 65 is Lee. Then comes Catamol, Cash, Bedford, second in the championship, followed by Malham, Lake, Sheridan. They round out the top 10. 11th is Naylor, 12th is Lloyd Savage at the moment. But for how long? Not much longer, methinks. Number 42 through the hairpin, rather gingerly, is Gary Foster, the pole man, who still leads. 61 is Stephen Cash. Stephen gets a mention. Only saw him for about half a second in the last programme, but getting plenty of value for money this time, Stephen. As we see Lee Taylor and Oman sweeping into first and second place, dropping 42. Gary Foster down to third. Stephen Cash still there in sixth place. They go through the left-hander into Luna. So back with the leaders. They come out onto the main straight. It is Lee Taylor that leads it, but not for long as Oman goes up the inside. Number 3. Third in this year's championship, British Championship, second last season. If I was being cruel, I would have to say he's getting worse. I can say that because he never buys a copy of these DVDs, so he'll never hear it anyway. What on earth is Christian Knowles doing? He's all over the place. As Oman goes past, Sheridan goes through with him. I jest about Tristram Oman getting worse. Most of us can only dream about running the 3-plate. Never mind anything better than that. Tristram, one of the top drivers in the country in this class, of course. Racing for the HRS team these days on a CRG chassis. And out front currently, but chased hard by 93, Lee Taylor. Another man coming through the wet sail. That's Kirk Catamol. Kirk up from juniors. He made the transition to seniors this year and running pretty well as well. And there's Stephen Cash up the inside at turn 1, but can't make that stick. Another mention there for Stephen. Value for money doubling as we speak. Number 93 up the inside of Oman, and he makes that stick. So Taylor through to the lead. Oman down to second. One man coming through the field is Kirk Catamol. He's up to 4th. Great run here by Kirk. Contact there between Bedford and Lake. Oh, and he gets a finger from Lake as well. Taking advantage is Cash down the inside of the pair of them. So Cash makes up 2 as Bedford runs into the rear end of Stephen Lake. Lake gives him the finger in return. That's what we like to see. Bit of controversy. Here is Lake, 25, closely followed now by Bedford. It's like Cash has lost that place. Oh, make that 4 places. Stephen Cash dropping back through the field. Going side by side there with Graham Malham into the left-hander. Back with the leaders. It's Oman back in front. 93, Lee Taylor back into second place, but keeping Oman honest. It's close at the front of the field between these two. The fastest man on the track looks to be Kirk Catamol. We'll get some indication of time in a short while through the left-hander. That's the lead they have. It's quite a big lead over Catamol. He's not going to pull that back, but he does look pretty quick. Catamol now through to third place. Oman and Taylor go across the line. Taylor, quick look over the shoulder. Not much to worry about. Well clear of Catamol in third place. That's Oman through the left-hander, past the back marker and into the hairpin at the bottom of the circuit. See the kart unsteady under braking into that tight hairpin. Good overtaking opportunity there. as is this right-hander at the end of Paddock Straight. There's Catamol 18 in third place. It looks like 42, Gary Foster, the pole man, still in fourth place there. Fifth is Lake, sixth is Sheridan, followed by Lee, Cash, the Stephen variety, Bedford and Mallam. They round out the top 10. It's Graham Mallam, 83 there in 10th place. Matt Bedford, second in the championship, currently 9th. Coming out of Luna, 25 has made his way past 42. That's Stephen Lake, dropping Gary Foster a place. Lake up to 4th, Foster now to 5th. That is Foster, 42. Started on pole, Sheridan comes next. Back with the leaders through the hairpin at the bottom of the circuit. 1.5 laps remaining. It's still Oman that leads from Lee Taylor in second place. Taylor having a look up the inside, no joy though. Through the right-hander at Paddock. Somebody off there in the background, and Taylor up the inside of Oman, and Taylor takes the lead with just over a lap remaining. Down to Luna, out of Luna as we rejoin them, and it's Taylor that leads from Oman. 1 lap to go. In third place is Catamol. Catamol's flying 45.187 for Kirk Catamol, the fastest lap of the race. What a great effort here by Kirk, and Oman up the inside of Taylor at the bottom hairpin, takes the lead as Taylor got him back. Oman runs wide and Taylor has him back. Taylor back into the lead through Paddock. It's still Taylor that has it. Left-hander here, Oman up the inside, he takes it. Drops Taylor back to second, so Oman back into the lead. Will Taylor have a look down here? Here into the left-hander. I don't think he's close enough. He isn't. Looks like Oman's going to take it. Catamol getting closer. He's the fastest man on the track. Then comes Lake, followed by Sheridan now up into 5th place. Foster's dropped back to 6th. It's Oman that takes it then. Good battle between Oman and Taylor. Catamol, great drive by Kirk for 3rd. Followed in by Lake, Sheridan, Foster. Matt Bedford will come next. There he is, 53. Followed in by Mallam, Stephen Cash, and David Workman rounding out the top 10. Let's have another look at that replay. This is the battle. Oman coming up the inside of Taylor for the lead at the bottom hairpin. But Taylor holds it all together for a switchback move outside, inside on the way out. Taylor taking the lead back. And then in the left-hander just before Rogerson's, Oman again makes the 3rd overtaking move on the last lap. Splash of water onto Taylor's tyres. Oman holds on. Kirk Catamol with the fastest lap, joining them on the podium in this first heat, 45.187. Great drive by Kirk. Just up from juniors, as I said earlier on. Stephen Lake through in 4th place, followed by Sheridan Foster. Matt Bedford into 7th, Graham Mallam 8th. Stephen Cash makes the top 10, finishing there in 9th place with David Workman rounding out the 10.